Hi guys, today I'm going to show you the question. Will Windows 10 RTM still work in 2026? Welcome to the channel and let's get started. First, let's start with the apps to see will it work or not. The first app is 3D Builder. 3D Builder helps you build objects and was officially deprecated and no longer pre-installed. However, you can still create projects on original Windows 10 builds. Alarms and clock. That helps you to set alarms and timers and even stopwatch. It still works and you can still create alarms and timers. Next is calendar. Calendar no longer works since it ended support at the end of 2024. Which means if you add an Outlook account, you won't be able to sync all your calendar events. So I already thought I already I already I already thought that in other video. So please check that. So now contact support. That app helps you to get help from Windows 10 and it's now replaced with the Get Help application. Now it shows an error that says try that again. And it requires a Microsoft account to work. Now Cortana. Cortana was an app that helps users respond to commands. It no longer works since its shutdown in 2023. And even though it can still work, it no longer responds to commands. It required a Microsoft account too. Get Office. If you open this app, you will get an advert. It will show the Office advertisement. It's now discontinued and replaced with Microsoft 365 apps. And then Get Skype was also an advertisement for Skype, which was discontinued in 2025. Group Music. Group Music was used to store local files, music, and even songs. However, it used to be a subscription service and no longer available since the end of 2017. So this means you won't be able to listen to free music, but still you can add local songs and play. So Melvin talked about already. It no longer works unless you use IMAP or POP. It required an account to work, unlike calendar. Maps. That app was discontinued on July 2025 and it still works. However, Road no longer works on the older version of Maps. So we need to change to Aerial, also known as satellite, to see the places. Now Microsoft Edge Legacy. It previously used to be a browser in Windows 10 and was replaced with the new Edge. However, some websites no longer work. For example, if I type my channel, it takes very, very, very long time to load. Google still works, but it's in an older version. So let's close that. Microsoft Solitaire Collection. It is only game pre-installed on Windows 10 and it helps you to play Solitaire. However, it is legacy. See, and can still play Solitaire. Money, also known as finance, that helps check stocks. So it no longer works unless you update the app. Movies and TV. It previously used to be a streaming service. Now it only went to personal videos only. News. News was an app that helped check news. It can also get breaking news. Unlike finance, it no longer works. OneNote. OneNote was an app that helped manage notes. Sometimes, mostly it crashes and sometimes it works. It required an account because to sync notes. People. That was an app that helped manage contacts and call them throughout Skype and email through mail. That app was discontinued and no longer works. Phone Companion. That app is no longer available and has been shifted to PhoneLink, which helps get advanced tools to manage your phone, such as viewing images and messages. Photos. That app helps view your photos. It is a legacy version of Photos and no longer and it still works. Sports. That app helps see sports news and matches. It no longer works since 2021. Windows Feedback. That app helps give feedback to improve Windows services. It requires a Microsoft account and if it's signed in, it still works. However, it has been shifted to the Feedback Hub and no longer available. Microsoft Store. The servers of the original store has been down and no longer available. So you cannot get apps without sideloading them. Tips. That app helps get more from Windows 10 PC. It cannot get more tips because it no longer connects to Microsoft servers. It shut down in 2024. Voice recorder. That app was used to record voices. So it still works, meaning that you can still record voice recorders. So weather. That app helps check the weather for your location. So it no longer connects to Microsoft server. For example, if you search for London, it says it looks like you are currently offline. This app no longer works. The Xbox app helps view friends and thus play Xbox games. In the autumn release, it crashes. It has been sent to the Xbox Console Companion app and set down in 2023 to transition users to the Xbox app new. So that's it for today. But there are some differences in this version, such as the outdated the outdated calendar, the outdated taskbar, and the old File Explorer icon that is also legacy. Task view is new, but it is legacy. It used to say search type here to search in Windows 10 versions, but in RTM it says search the web and Windows or ask me anything. The start is also legacy than the new one. It also had colorful titles and was removed in 2020. The wallpaper is even older. It has been replaced in 2019. That's it for today's video. If you like this video, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching.